Hello everyone and welcome to Starfield. In this video I'm going to show you how to rank up the skills that are going to make your ship a lot better, farm XP that is going to increase your overall character level, and make a boatload of credits all at the same time. So the skills that I'm talking about require combat, so you have to find enemy ships either to destroy, take damage from, or cause damage using your choice of weapon systems. So the first thing I would like to recommend is focusing on increasing your piloting skill. This skill gives you the ability to purchase better ships. These ships are required to travel further and are the Class B and C ships that the vendors will sell. Now I would like to mention that I wouldn't focus on starship design from the start because it's one that you can hold off until later. Starship design is more for unlocking better upgrades, and I do have a video on increasing that skill. However, you have to have a Class B or C ship to put a Class B or C upgrade on. So in addition to piloting, I would recommend leveling up shielding and engine systems because they will make any ship you are using able to take more damage and move faster. Also, depending on the weapon systems you like, I would choose a skill that increases the damage and effectiveness of that particular weapon. So for example, the current ship I'm using has an auto proton beam and missiles, so I've activated particle beam weapon systems and missile weapon systems. Now, for the way I farm ships, I choose an area that has a group of planetary systems that have a similar difficulty levels, and I choose the highest level that my ship can handle. So once I find that area, I travel to a system, check out 3 to 4 planets or moons, and if I don't find any enemies, then I go to the next system and repeat. In other words, I don't waste time checking out every planet and moon if I don't spot any enemies after 3 to 4 jumps. Now, if I do encounter enemies, once I'm done, I go to the next system and continue the process. So another tool I use are the Freestar Ranger bounties. These bounties are opened up fairly early on in the storyline, and if you choose the Crimson Pirate bounties, then you are guaranteed 1 ship that you can destroy. Just keep in mind that some bounties may be out of reach, especially if you have a lower class ship. So always focus on increasing your ability to jump further into further away systems. Now, in addition to upgrading your grav drive, you can rank up the skill Astrodynamics, and this will increase the jump range of any ship you are in. So now for some tips while working this method. First, make sure when you destroy enemy ships, you collect any loot that may drop from the ship. These will contain credits, resources, and ship parts, so you don't want to leave them behind. Also, some encounters you will be assisting the UC ships, so at the end of the combat you will be given a reward, either credits or ship parts, whichever you choose. Some planets you visit may have stranded colonists that require iron, so keep some on hand to get extra credits from these guys. Now, one tip you may not know is that you can actually shoot the meteors if they're around you, and they will drop element resources, and sometimes they contain iron. Next, make sure if a ship suddenly appears in front of you that you communicate with it because it is probably a spacer or pirate that is going to attack you. Obviously, don't pay them off, but choose to attack. Sometimes you get to engage with a few ships. Other stranded ships will require parts, so make sure you're collecting the loot from destroyed ships because you should always have that on hand. Your charity will be rewarded with even more credits. Next, you may encounter a scientist. She needs lithium, platinum, and vanadium, so if you come across someone selling it, make sure to pick that up. I never seem to have all 3 at the same time. The last encounter that I'll mention is the Star Parcel Freighter. This stranded ship will offer you the chance to deliver a package for them to a particular ship vendor for credits. These are always worthwhile because they will award a significant amount of credits depending upon your overall level. Always make sure to clear these once received because you don't have the chance to encounter another one until that first package is delivered. Now for the area that I like farming. It's the area to the far right of your map. It has 5 systems that are all level 75, so the XP, loot value, and amount of enemy ships are all increased. Now this area does require a long jump to get to, so you may not be able to get there for a while, but once you can, I would suggest checking it out. I'm not sure the minimum requirements, but I had a Class C stronghold ship when I first tried getting there. Now, when you are able to get out here, in addition to cycling through these 5 systems, if you get bored and want to stretch your legs, I would suggest checking out Archimedes 3. In addition to high XP alien creatures, there is an abandoned facility occupied by pirates, often led by a pirate legend, that usually drops pretty good gear. To find the area that I'm talking about, you want to choose the landing site next to the industrial outpost. Once you land, look opposite of the industrial outpost and you should see an unknown marker. Before heading out, I would change the time to daytime so you can see. This planet has a flat landscape and has many creatures one can easily spot and kill for XP. Anyways, once you arrive, you can clear out the building. Just make sure you kill all pirates, and if you wait 24 hours in-game, these guys usually respawn. I focus on their weapon drops because some can go for as much as 5,000 credits, but there are good gear drops, medwall containers, and a loot crate. So to give you an idea of how fast you can expect to level up just ship farming this area, I went from a character level of 68 to 72 in less than an hour. And that was before I activated the engine, shield, missile, and particle beam skills. Even though my ship was upgraded pretty much to the max, once I activated those skills, they took my ship from a bus to a beast. And in this area, it didn't take long to max out each of those skills to rank 4.
So that's a wrap for this one. As always, thank you for watching and hope to catch you in the next video.